Man, it's 2016, South by Southwest. I'm with an artist from New Orleans. What did you get signed and then paid your whole? Yeah. Did you graduate?
Yeah, I graduated.
Okay,
I feel first of all, I feel bad for the people who go to college. You take out all these student loans and then you don't end up graduating, man. That's tough, man, because you still got to pay them loans back, even if you don't graduate. So I made sure I graduated. I took out loans. But not only that, after I graduated, I got a job. I was a middle school math teacher, right? So I'm in New Orleans, I'm in Baton Rouge, you heard me? I'm teaching middle school math. And I know I want to be an artist the whole time, though. So I ended up quitting my job as a teacher after 2 years. And I got on my Grizzly. I went on tour with Grand Hustle, went on tour with Macklemore, went on tour with Lupe Fiasco. Shout out for the watch, Lupe. Lupe gave me this year, man. God bless me, and I signed a deal with RCA Records about like a year and some change ago.
Is that ASAP, right?
Yeah, that's ASAP, Kid Ink, you hear me? All that. When I signed my deal, I got my advance. You know, in advance, that's a big old chunk of money they give you up front. You know what I mean?
But they say don't sign deals, but in your instance, it was smart.
It was smart. Trust me, I ain't no dummy. You know what I mean? I got a college degree, and even without the degree, I'm smart. You know what I mean? I come from a good bloodline, the Augustine family. You hear me? We deep in New Orleans. That being said, I signed a deal that I knew would be a good one. I got my bread, and I was like, I could go buy me a new car. I could buy a couple new cars if I want. I could go buy some jewelry. I could go trick it off to some females, or I could be a responsible black man and get out of debt and finish paying Sally Mae back.
How much Sally Mae want from you?
Man, Sally Mae was hitting me for a nice chunk. I ain't gonna say what, because I don't want to let people, baby, you hear me? So not only did I pay Sally Mae back, you know, I used a big old part of my advance. I paid Sally Mae back. Then I did the realest thing, which is I said I'm gonna make a song about it.
Okay.
So when I made a song about it, I went to the record label. I said, y'all, I got this dope idea. I did a song about paying Sally Mae back, because that's what I did with my bread. And they looked at me, they listened to the song. They said, man, that's corny. Ain't nobody gonna wanna hear that. And I looked, my feelings was a little hurt. You know, I was like, what? Corny? It was like, yeah, ain't nobody gonna be trying to hear that. Not that many people even go to college anyway. I was like, bet, I got y'all. I've been independent my whole career. Okay. I know what I'm gonna do. Even if y'all don't support the song, I'm gonna shoot my own video. I'm gonna get my own street team online, get my buzz going. I'm gonna make this song hot. Okay. I put the song out, you heard me? The song been out for 1 month. It been out for exactly 30 days. It got over 6 million views on Facebook. It got over 600,000 views on YouTube, you heard me? I've been on The Real, the talk show, the daytime talk show with Tamar Braxton and all that. I didn't know what it was, I had never watched it, but
for sure.
They called me up, I went on there and performed it. I've been everywhere from Forbes magazine to CNN to now we sitting here doing an interview, and it's all because I had the guts to make a song called I Finished Paying Sally Mae back. Maybe, you hear me?
Okay, but let's go all the way back,
way back.
To how you got found with music.
Okay, how I got found? I started rapping when Hurricane Katrina hit my city, New Orleans, you know. There's a lot of pain I went through during that year, 2005. And I ain't want to start with the drinking, the smoking, the, you know, being depressed, wilding out. So I was a young dude, and I said, man, I'm going to write down this pain I'm feeling, you know. I started writing that down. Meanwhile, my homeboy Ryan, he got murdered in the city that year. That was tough. Oh, look, one of my biggest fans, you heard me? That's family right there. She drove up. You drove here from Houston? She drove from Houston to come see me, man. This is the type of fans I got, though. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Like that.
Hi.
Man, look, we in the middle of an interview, but you know I always show love.
So you drove from Houston?
Yeah.
Why?
I knew you'd be here. I knew I'd run into him.
For sure.
Ain't that something? Drove from Houston. How long is that drive?
It's not 3 hours.
3 hours just because I just want to come see my man. You know what I mean?
I swear.
That's why I love you. You know what I'm saying? Thank you. This is real. This is why I do music. That's why I kept doing music. I started doing it out of the pain. I kept doing it out of the real, authentic connection I make with people, bro. And that's been my formula, dog. I don't walk around these streets like I'm better than nobody, because some people know me and they look up to me. Some people look at me, and some people might look down on me because they scared I'm coming for their spot. No matter how you look at me, from which angle, I'm a man of God. I walk. I don't need no security. It ain't none of that with me. It's cool and it's love. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
And that's all I'm about, dog. So I'm just making this music, and I'm really feeling like this is gonna be the biggest year out of every year that I've ever lived my life. You know what I mean?
Last 2 questions. The state of New Orleans right now in hip hop, 2016 goes.
All right, New Orleans hip hop is beautiful. It's beautiful right now because we got everything. When I was a little boy, we had no limited cash money. That was it.
That was it. It was no Atlanta.
That was it.
It was no. Well, New York was hot, but no limited cash money in our decade, in our era.
Yeah.
That was it.
That was it. Now in New Orleans, man, you got people from Currency, you know what I'm saying, doing his thing. You got Jay Electronica, who from the city. He got his lane. You got D1, I got my lane. Of course, you still got Wayne. You still got Young Money that's holding it down. You got so many lanes right now that it's like, I can't help but be happy for my city, because it's about time they see what we working with. I hate people thinking we only one-dimensional. So that's one.
Okay.
Number two, 2016 goals.
Okay.
My goal every day I wake up, and I'm not just saying this, my goal is to just be a better man than I was the day before. When I say a better man, that don't mean write better bars, better punchlines, be a better man, because I know that my blessings in this game come from God, dog. So if I'm a better man in God's eyes and he looking at me like, that's a real dude right there, he handling his biz, he making me proud, the blessings is the easy part, you know what I mean? So I focus on being a better man in God every day, and therefore these doors keep opening up. And that's my formula, and ever since I said I was gonna do that, it's been working perfectly.
Those dogs. PATisDOPE here with D1. The interview's over. He did his thing, gave me some great information. I should have paid him for this interview. Last question. You tell him who's D1 and where you got that name from. I'm thinking Division I basketball.
That's it.
I'm out. Hey,
that's it. Look,
you got it. Go ahead, get it.
He know. Look, the name D1 come from my name is David Augustine. You heard me? So I feel like I'm the one that was chosen to do this, but I'm D1 because the name David. But also I went to LSU in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Asked about me, and that's a D1 school, Division I basketball. That's what I used to do. You feel me? So that's where D1 come from. And when you see me do this, when you see these threes up, let me tell you what it represent. Be real, be righteous, be relevant. You heard me? That's what I stand for. Mission vision, baby. Be real, be righteous, be relevant. Follow me online at D1 Music, DEE, the #1 music. It's good.